of it doing us greater good would be.
Okay, thank you. Chair, I'm done, but I just want to ask Advocate Johnson before I step off. Advocate, we don't want another 6th of July media briefing. So I want to ask you here, right, that where you are sitting, and I'm sensitive obviously to the last part of your statement in terms of threats. Are you sitting in a position where your life is being made difficult? I mean, in terms of the work of IDAC, that you can't function, you have all these syndicates, influences, interferences that make it difficult for you to do your work. Because I won't come back after you answer that question, could I also request, if possible, in writing, any recommendations you would want the committee to consider to strengthen IDAC or even the criminal justice system in totality? Are you going to do a 6th of July on us anytime soon?
I didn't do a 6th of July, but a 6th of July was unnecessary. However, I do not know what attempts Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi made to escalate, got no joy, as he says. And when people are frustrated and their intentions are good, sometimes it comes out in the manner that it came out. But in terms of the death threats aside, I am able to do my work. It's a lot on one's shoulders. You cannot forget it. You can't just, I don't relax. There's no relaxing and just getting to work. So one would have liked me to be the me.
Officer. So those are the things, if you look at the act itself, those are the kind of things that you look out for when it is a protected disclosure.
Thank you.
Colonel, I prefer the Afrikaans because I'm a Rauki.
And I do not prefer the rank because, quite frankly, I'm not a huge fan of the ranks within the police.
The English and the Australians prefer Colonel.
Yes.
In paragraph 12 of your statement, you seem to be suggesting that what Advocate Johnson did amounts to interference with investigation and defeating the ends of justice. What is it about her conduct constitutes, according to you, interference with investigation and defeating the ends of justice?
Well, there's Commissioners, there's more than 2 issues, but the ones that comes to mind is the fact that she would warn a suspect before the time of, and provide the statement before that person is entitled to the statement, the suspect is entitled. And as a prosecutor, she must know that. The second thing is calling the witnesses and calling me in and calling Bateman. That to me is another huge red flag because she is, as far as I'm concerned, an implicated person. She did not deny that she was duped by Khan. She did not say that had I known this was the issue. So that never happened. So as far as I'm concerned, when I was in there and that happened, that is why I'm saying this, that it was done deliberately. There's more than 2 things. It's also the effect of a call from someone of her stature to a witness saying to him, I'm giving you a heads up, the Hawks is going to come and talk to you. That to me is also not on. And then the second thing is to imply you don't have anything to worry about, sort of trying to comfort the guy. But why make the call in the first place? Because you're telling him actually, you've got something to worry about. So make sure that you say the right thing. That is my inference from the situation itself. Because we don't do things like this when we investigate matters. As an investigating officer, I don't do things like this. So I expect more from a prosecutor when it comes to this kind of action.
And then the documents that she would have obtained from Mr. Bateman, I understand that Mr. Bateman at the time was a gentleman.
Contemporaneously. it may be important corroboration if those implicated attempt to rewrite history. And then paragraph 28, I hope that my testimony will assist the Commission in its important work.
Thank you, Commissioners. That's the evidence of the Colonel.
Colonel, when you met with Advocate Johnson on the 7th of September, did you mention to her, or did you get the impression, if you did, that she knew that this was a protected disclosure?
Commissioner, I can't answer the question because she did not allude to anything like that. But what I do know, if she had access to the affidavit, which I believe she did, she would have seen it. It would have been in. It was a protected disclosure based on the facts in the affidavit itself.
Based on the facts, you mean the nature of the allegation?
The nature of the allegation, where she worked, the fact that she could be intimidated, the fact that the guy was a superior officer. So those are the things, if you look at the act itself, those are the kind of things that you look out for when it is a protected disclosure.
Thank you.
Coroner?
This is a screenshot or a photo that I took of, I think it's Mr. Bateman's phone, with the request by Advocate Johnson to go to Signal.
The request from Advocate Johnson to Mr. Bateman
To
on
Mr.
the
Bateman.
5th of September.
That is correct. That's correct, Commissioners. I can also inform the Commission that on various occasions, Advocate Johnson was not only stating to me, but to the office as well, you need to use Signal because WhatsApp is not as secure as you think, and she prefers to use Signal because it's much more secure. So I presume that's the reason why he was asked to go to Signal.
And this was the call on the 5th of September, which you knew about already when Advocate Johnson approached you on the 7th of September.
That is correct, Commissioners.
Okay. So we can go back to your statement at paragraph 21.
Mr. Lee's